Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Night Takeaway Show, episode 36. He can boo. Okay.
Eek.
Um,
Eek.
well, yeah, you like to think so. Maybe, well, see, even they're still in letters.
He's
even
got
now.
Where
a
are
real
your
Yeti
letters?
fetish, and he's got two fucking vibrators that look like a Yeti. I'm kind of worried about it.
High praise in certain parts of the world. That is, yeah, high
It probably
praise.
is, but not the kind of praise I want, to be fair.
You could sit there on your next show. I'm just going to endorse these products. Good evening, everyone.
Stick
Hope you've
these
had
up your
a good.
arse. There you go. There, go.
I was going to taking away the flow of the stream. But good evening, everyone. Hope you've had a good weekend so far. Some interesting results over the weekend, and as you can see, I've got some great people with me on the panel, and it's good to see a return from this man. Yeti, how are we? And are you enjoying life at this time with your club?
Yeah,
Bro,
life
I
is
am
good. I quite
in
like
a
it actually. It's all right. Yeah, they couldn't wait for us. 3-1 for it. So I just passed over to my swing. My swing, I saw it in. Yeah, all right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we had a good
Mate,
win.
you know what? You know what? I'll dye my hair blue and I'll go on TikTok and I'll get you cancelled for the rest of your life.
Where are Yetis?
The fuck are the rest of their bodies?
Hey, I want sponsoring if you're selling them.
Yeah. There's one over
Anyway, without this rude prick in the corner, I'm loving it, mate. I'm loving it in a forest wonderland at the minute. It's just so good with what we're doing at the minute. Always said Nuno, to be honest. It's on one of my past streams. I was saying that Nuno would be the guy, and he's proving to be the guy. So, yeah, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Thanks for having me on the show as well.
No, thanks, mate, and appreciate being on here as well. Anthony, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. We've had a really good, interesting game of football all over the weekend, haven't we? I mean, I'm not saying it because Yeti's on the show, but I think the game that stands out for me is actually Friday nights. The Leicester and Nottingham Forest game, and do you know what? I've heard Yeti say it on his show as well, and I said it. I used to give Chris Wood some stick, and I used to call him. If you remember correctly, I used to say CW7. Man United are going to get him, right? And this was how much I was taking the piss out of him. Not CR7, CW7. And I'll tell you what. I mean, fair play to the guy. He's 32 years of age. What's he got now? Yet is it six goals in 9 games? Is it? So they're around about.
He's on it, mate. I mean, the thing is, like as you've already said, when he first came in. I mean, guys, let's just get it straight, right? Ever since we signed him, I said, "Oh, mate, this guy's going to be amazing." And everybody was saying in the chat, "No, he's not good enough," and all the Forest fans were saying he's not good enough. And I was lauding him up all the time. All the time, I was saying this guy's going to be great. Now I'll stop telling lies. And basically, I was pretty much saying on the stream, you might as well just have a plank of wood in the centre of the box on the penalty spot. And he's proved me wrong. So yeah. So sometimes we can be wrong. Yes, for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And how are we, Fuzzy? Anyway, how are we doing from today's game? Someone's turned the lights out.
Side of the moon. Tumultuous tale of 7 bald-headed frog. We don't talk about Man United around these parts. Finished clubs, dead clubs, the relics of the past, forever to be cemented in history. We look forwards, though. We look towards the future. We think about what things can be, and what Manchester United will never be. And that is a football club that actually plays football. But yeah, in personal terms, I'm doing all right. Still kind of dead inside, much like the state of the club, and just waiting on that breaking news.
Yeah.
Already discussed the game earlier on today,
Mhm.
which once again, thanks for coming on to
You're
do
welcome.
that. And yeah, there's this issue. You run out of words in the dictionary to describe how bad things can get for Manchester United, and it's like you think you find the record lows. Trust me, Man United will hold all the beers that they could possibly hold, and will show you up. They will show you just what a real wrong and it really
What's
is.
the breaking news you're waiting for that Ten Hag gets another 5-year contract?
No,
Well, it's two.
that's no. We're waiting for the breaking news that he gets sacked. If we're talking about breaking news, managers get new contracts. You're talking about
Why would
Arsenal.
you sack him, mate? He's doing a good job.
I thought he was doing
Doing
a
a great job
fantastic
for getting
job.
us relegated.
Fuzzy, was it a penalty? Was it a penalty? I asked.
Nah,
I mean,
not for me.
No.
We'll come on to that. Let's say hello to the good people in the chat first of all, and we'll come on to that kind of things. It's quite ironic, Fuzzy, that you're on the in the corner you are on the screen, and above you is Julian fucking Lopetegui. It's quite ironic, isn't it?
Probably downing some Kentucky Fried Chicken right now.
He's finger licking it all right, that's for sure. Big up Michael Chelsea FC. Big up Tony on the panel and everyone in the chat. Watch the stream later, mate. I'm going to give it also live on my channel for the F1 Mexican GP. Watch along. Come on, guys, land it. We definitely will be, that's for sure. Evening to Henry.
Michael, even.
Mikael. Evening, Tony.
Malcolm. Malcolm.
Good win for you both. Yeah. Hope you was happy with your point there as well. Good evening, Arsenal Manic. Hope you well. And they're saying hello to each other in there. And he's saying, congrats, West Ham. That was a sweet win. Very sweet. I'll just catch up on there. Good, that's on there. Arsenal Manic saying, Arsenal squad's getting thinner. Yeah, there's a few more injuries, wasn't there? Defence is now decimated. Timber, Gabriel's joined Saliba, Tomiyasu, Calafiori on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Well, at least Saliba's back for next game because he was on a
Saliba's back.
suspension.
But I'll be honest with you now. I mean, this season, I think Gabriel. I think he's been way better than Saliba. Don't get me wrong. Saliba's been good, been brilliant, but Gabriel, I think he's got something else. I mean, especially on those set pieces we do, and him scoring new headers. I mean, that's something that needs practicing on the training pitch, and he brought it on into the game. So he's done really well for that. I feel like obviously with the set pieces, you do need Gabriel up there in the box with obviously Saliba back sort of thing. I think Saliba's, he's got his advantages within tackling. But I mean, they're both good, but they've both got their strong points, and it's good you've got that combination between the both of them in the middle.
That's a fair comment. Big up to big up to the panel in the chat. Saying hello to each other. Matt saying West Ham got lucky, but I'll take it absolutely. If the green goes your way for a change, take it with both arms. And we're saying hot fuzz as Nick Jezzy's wine and he's tracked to and gone AWOL. No, they're all here. They're all here.
I've got my laced tea and my spiked chocolate milk.
Need to pee and flush Taylor. Interesting one. Big up E Ross. Hope you're keeping well. Henry saying, oh dear, Martin Taylor got stuck in the U-bend. Anyone got a plunger? And he's his cousin, Wales Lurbert. 16th in the league, not good enough. Big Shaq let us down, getting sent off. 4 home games now in a row coming up. Oh, good. I've never seen Tony this punctual for a stream.
Right, so we gathered as a West Ham fan last week in these days.
Could be.
Could be. We'll suss him out. We'll draw him in.
Evening, Carl. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Even the usual suspect, he was never in doubt. Absolutely. Also aces as well. Even in the E Ross. Even in the E Ross. Andy Murray fuzzy. He was Tony's Diddy oil, making him glow even more after that Hammer's winter day. Big up, gents. Absolutely, it's all on the Diddy cream.
Don't say that on a live stream. Everyone's going to come round in them suits, try and put the bag over your head, throw you in a Windows van, take you to a warehouse somewhere and interrogate you.
Squeeze the Diddy out of me. How long before Nuno gets linked with a bigger job? I wonder. Interesting one, Matt.
Well, he was
Yeah,
manager of
Wait,
Tottenham,
no
wasn't he?
way.
But
Now we talk about big clubs, Anthony.
well, for big clubs, yeah, I get
Is
that.
it
But
still a big club? What are you talking
it
about?
didn't work out.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for him. It didn't work out for him. I'd tell you what. I've said it to Yeti. I don't think Nottingham Forest. I don't think they're going to be a pushover this season. And
No.
from what I've seen, and I think they've made a good signing. The Primark Grealish. I reckon he's a good signing. That one, Jota, isn't it? That
Oh yeah, he's looking decent when he comes up.
yeah, definitely.
Big up Manis, big up Pen on the chat. I'll set her out straight away on there. And good evening, Colin Chilvers as well. Good evening, Tony Anthony, Fuzzy, and Yeti. Tony, hope you feel it.
Hey, up, mate.
Hope your throat is feeling a lot better now. My throat's getting better. My teeth, on the other hand, cannot string a sentence together. But other than that, it's all good.
His head's still got no hair on it, but he's getting there.
Yeah. I knew you couldn't string a sentence yet, too. I mean, I can remember that on Good, the Bad, the Ugly, season 1, episode 1. But
yeah, that's very true. Yeah, remember that one. United, the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. Stolen the title from Arsenal. Evening, James. Good evening, ladies and gents. You're taking my lines. That breaking news: Erin Tiganara signs an extension. Yeah, Skull saying hit the like and all that good stuff, and that's also to the other two creators here, which is Yeti and Hot Fuzz as well. Please, it'd be much appreciated.
You could get rid of Ten Hag and have Anthony as manager.
Oof.
Still do a better job than Southgate.
Evening, Mama. Hope you're good. And evening to the chat.
Evening, Mama.
Is that Ten Hag on Yeti's hoodie?
It's old. It's glad. Terrifying. That's absolutely right. Probably.
Well, yeah, it is true. Yeah, Ten Hag is the terrifier.
It's quite a shirt, actually. Have you seen what's on the bottom of it? Like somebody who's like ripped apart.
Yeah. They've made the third one now, haven't they, Yeti?
Yeah, I watched it the other day.
Was it good?
Awesome. Yeah, brilliant.
And there you see people who haven't already done it. There's the links to both the other two channels.
Yeah, cheers, man. Cheers, Cole.
Yeah, Matt's buzzing tonight. Thanks, Mama. Unlucky for how. Yeah, that was an interesting one with the Newcastle one.
Yeah, another one that wasn't a penalty. At least they actually made the right decision with that one.
Yeah, that third one was, But the thing with that, and I don't know if you guys agree on that, and the people in the chat, the Ngunku one, or whatever you want to call him, if the penny, I think that's his name.
Nkunku?
That's the one. Now, when you think of he did come undone, and he did come undone. But when you look at the way that he got pulled back, and then the way he's looked over at the referee, dropped onto his knees, and the VAR's overruled it and said, no, it's not a penalty, then surely he should have been booked for simulating the dive.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what I've always said. I think if you actually do that and you dive and it's not a penalty, then it should always be a yellow card. It's same as when a player rolls around like a fucking dickhead, as if he's just been taken out by Lee Harvey Oswald, and then basically just gets straight back up. Casemiro did one actually in that game, to be fair.
Yeah. That's true. We saw Saka do it quite a few times this evening as well.
No, Saka never does it. No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Saka never does it, mate. Every time anybody goes near Saka, he goes down and it's 100% kosher. It's
I stand
Anthony's
You know what
corrected.
he goes on about Saka? What he don't realise is, right, they've got in defence, they've got 5 players. This is a fraud, West Ham, this team. And do you know why? You've got 5 players there that actually are on their pensions and getting paid at a club at the same time. So working in bloody claiming your pension is against the law, right?
Do you realize
And
who's
Cresswell, he's number
out of
1
our
on the list.
defenders?
You've got
Out
him
of our
going now.
defenders,
He's on his period. Be careful,
yeah,
Anthony's on his period.
I just see that. I mean, if you look at it, yeah, you're saying that, but out of our defence, who is the oldest one?
Cresswell.
Mm. So
Yeah.
most of these are in their mid-20s now.
Well, yeah, it's about bloody time you got a younger defence. I mean, I knew what it was like, you know, when we had Dix and Adam Bold and Winterburn. Bloody hell, I don't.
Evening words and pictures, you'll make me feel mighty real, absolutely. Agree on that one. Evening, Joanne. Ola Guy's not been home long from Harry Potter World.
Hey, Joanne.
Yeah, it was Joe.
And they're saying like Joanne saying, how well did Arsenal play, guys? Anthony, how well did Arsenal play?
I thought they were. I think they were right in the first half. You know, not a problem. I feel like the last 20, 25 minutes of the game, maybe half hour, it was just sitting back and defending. And I touched on it. I said, why would you defend a 2-1 lead at home? You know, with 11 men. I get it if we were like playing away at Anfield and we had a man sent off, but I put in the chat, you know, in the chat that we're in, it seems like he's going to be Man City again, all over again. Sort of thing. So, and it was obvious it was coming. I called it because the way Arteta and his man management skills to defend in the last 30 minutes of the game. You don't defend in the last 30 minutes of the game. I don't care if you're winning 2-1, drawing 1-1, or even 2-1. You throw everything at it, even the kitchen sink. Get a point or you get a win. Because that one goal
Martinelli tried to keep it at the corner on 70 minutes.
Yeah. So that one goal
minutes.
that was not. So it was obvious. And do you know, if you notice, I did in the game, Salah he had a quiet game. And it was obvious it was a game plan. He was going to come up and score the bloody equaliser. I called it. And what happened?
Yeah.
He done it.
Yeah.
So it's like what I said. It's all. I think now with these, when you've got the big teams playing against one another, even through the game when they're playing, it's all about mind games. That's what
they
I
seem
think
to be targeting Party quite a lot. I thought it seemed to always go to Diaz to try and take on Party. You know, from what I could see from it. And Salah, I thought Timber handled him quite well in the first half. But when you've got quality like what Salah's got, you know, I mean, I watched like a few goal scoring reactions afterwards. And like Sam was saying, everybody was saying in this chat, take him off, he's ghosting in this game and stuff like that. I think people need to understand that a player's not ghost. Sometimes a player's not ghosting. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not getting a chance to play. Like the way Moreno played against Salah. You know, he didn't give him a chance or anything like that. So, but he's a quality player and he's always going to get something at some point.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, funny, you just alluded to that. Yeti and Henry's asking the same thing to Anthony. You know, what did you make of Party today?
I thought he was all right. I seriously thought he was. Don't get me wrong. I was a bit dubious because obviously when we're playing Party at right back, and heaven forbid, like, playing Ben White at centre back. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Ben White. I never liked Ben White at centre back. He's absolutely shit. Okay, in all fairness, he did play bad today, but I can't go back to playing Ben White, seeing him at centre back again. I just can't.
No.
I mean,
did you not notice though, Aaron, at times Ben White went into the right back slot and Party went into the midfield?
Into the midfield to back it up. Yeah, I saw that. But I mean, things like that sometimes that shouldn't be happening. I thought it was going to be. I thought Zinchenko was going to come on, take him off from Mourinho after Mourinho scored his goal, and those players, what they were going to do, put Zinchenko at left back, shove those players along, and then Partey goes up into the middle with the double pivot with Declan Rice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if it was
Yeah.
4-3-3, we could have changed that 4-4-2-3-1, like in the
Yeah.
last 20 minutes, just to give Liverpool a bit of something. Do you know what I mean? To
Mm.
distract them, give them something. Thinking, hang on, they've changed it. What are we going to do? But there was no fault in that.
What did you think about Rice's balls into the box, though? I mean, I don't want to be talking about Rice's balls, but you know, I mean,
Balls.
the free kick
Balls.
that he put into the box, I
How he
thought
flew himself into that
it
area was
absolutely
superb.
phenomenal. It was
Mm.
phenomenal,
I
wasn't
think
it?
phenomenal. Yeah, I think he is the free kicks. He's not a free kick specialist, as in he's going to take it right and rifle it in the goal like Alan Shearer or anything like that.
Deccan.
But he's good. He's good. He's good at delivering the balls into the box.
Well, what he did
You
there,
know?
Anthony, what
He's
they
good
called it
with
now-
his balls. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
he delivered it into the sweet spot. That's what he did, and
Yeah.
each time they was delivered it to the sweet spot, as they call it, and you could see the bullet header. Great goal from there.
Good goal.
And
Yeah,
you've got
yeah,
to really look at Liverpool at that point, because they was at fault for that, because they defensively, no one was marking him.
Mm.
Yeah, we had that in the first, when Van Dijk scored his, we went 1-0 up, and then when they equalised, it was just like we were sleeping in that 18-yard box.
Mm.
Nobody was there. You're thinking the amount of players that we had, and then that Van Dijk literally in the middle, free, and you're like, well, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? So we were caught asleep in that particular time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I mean, it happens. But it's like what I said. We've got to step up our A game. I'm glad we didn't lose. That was the main thing.
Yeah,
But I did actually predict a 1-1 draw in this game, because I knew, because coming off the back end with our Bournemouth game, losing to Bournemouth last week, that it was something like this. Like, do you know what I mean? I wasn't too sure, and I was just right. I knew we weren't going to beat Liverpool.
Lessons wasn't learned what happened at Manchester City for me. Lessons wasn't learned, and you tried to sort of defend and contain it. Yeah, and then you ended up getting the equaliser towards the end, which took away the win from you.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, I think we underslot. I think the difference being is, there's a different mentality to the Liverpool side than the slot.
Definitely.
And if this was last season, Liverpool losing this game all day long.
Yeah. I think with Slot with Liverpool, I find them more creative this season under Slot than what they did. But that creativity, for me, for Liverpool, it actually comes from the midfield area.
Mm.
So you know what I mean. So they haven't exactly got a prolific goal scorer up front, have they, Liverpool? But it's just it's just the way it is. But you can tell what Arne Slot is actually doing there, and you can't fault it. He's doing well. I mean, they've lost one game.
More conservative, more patient as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're less fluent but more creative. Do you know what I mean? So they're not really. So they're lasting a lot longer, the players, during the 90 minutes. I mean, with Klopp, he was normally making substitutions around about 55 minutes. And Slot's not making substitutions around about 65, 70. So
The other thing
that's
as
what
well
I
is
think.
actually getting a tune out of Nunes. When you look at, there's no way Klopp was getting that out of him. But with Slot, he's getting something out of Nunes. Nunes is looking a bit more, I wouldn't say he's the complete player, but he's looking a lot better from the last two seasons. So who knows?
I still think Nunes should be doing better, though. I mean, I look at the guy's physique and all that kind of stuff. He's got that power, pace, and all that kind of thing. And I just expect that little bit better from him, a bit of a Holland type of player, Stan Collymore type of player. And he seems to be more into the fact of like chucking people over or banding into people and stuff. But the goal for Salah was class.
It was
Absolute class.
That's true.
Trent playing crap all game and then decides, you know what, I feel like actually reminding people what I'm actually quite good at. Plays insane ball through the channels and just get a couple of people running onto the end of it.
Excuse me.
But he also played one too many terrible balls as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold today. You would have thought it seemed a bit better.
I think that's his problem altogether, though. Just going to Collins here saying, Tony, mate, I have to hold my hand up and say I thought we were actually going to get beat today, but happy that we got the win. Even we were lucky to get it. Never a penalty, but I'll take it. Loppy out still. I think it's only kind of given me a little bit of a buy. I mean, funny if we were talking about that earlier about the penalty decision, was it or wasn't it? Look, at the end of the day, this sort of VAR is in here for good or bad. There is some contact, but as I said on Fuzzy's show earlier on, when you look at the ball first delivered into the area, it looked like there was some kind of handball situation went on first before the contact was made with the leg. But I don't know what you guys thought of that.
I think you've been on the Kool-Aid, mate. To be honest, on that one, because to me it just looks like Ings runs.
A little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I think Ings just runs straight into the lit. There's no chance Ings is going to get onto it again because the ball's going away. To me, it's not a penalty.
Not a penalty.
No.
You're biased.
What we're trying to say is, in a polite way, that West Ham were cheating bastards. But listen,
it didn't cross the line. It didn't go over the line or anything like that. And so you're quite all right, mate. You're fine on that scores.
But to be honest, it's not something we haven't seen all the time this season anyway. So, and to be quite honest with you, Fuzz, you should have been 3-0 up by half time, to be honest. You can't finish your fucking dinner. You can't even finish your fucking pudding. So, you need to sort that out.
Maybe swig it down with some chocolate milk. That might work.
That's what I'm doing.
Take care of you, Ross.
Trust this process.
Take care to you, Ross, and that we'll see him on the next live one. Thanks, mate, for coming in anyway. But this is an interesting one, and I've left it come up here with Arsenal Manic put. Why did it take so long to decide the Arsenal goal was onside? They have all the tech. We could have seen on screens that VVD played everybody onside. I mean, the funny part about it, they're humming and hawing and looking at this thing and going over it. Where's these poxy lines they're supposed to be putting up?
I know.
They would have cleared it there and then.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Seen it. It wasn't offside at all. He was level. When you got that band you got his arm when he comes up. He's running in, but as he's running in, he extends his arm, which even puts him in more of an onside position. So, do you know what I mean? So. It was a goal, and the goal stood. I mean, as soon as I seen it and it came up, I said that's a goal all day long, and it was. So
I think what it is the fact that they won't have the mic on these people that's in the VAR room because they've basically got tab Pornhub, and they might actually tab the Pornhub instead, and then we'll all hear that over the mic and stuff. So I think they're a bit worried about that, but. I don't understand why they don't put that line on straight away. It's so frustrating.
It would have sorted it out there and then, But the fact that the pair of them look at each other and then looking at, and it's like, oh, what, you drawing the line on your desk? We need to see it on screen. It just was a nonsense of it, and how it longed it out, I don't know why. There's no need for it at all.
One of them actually got a ruler out and just placed it against the screen and just looked along the ruler.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Got a felt pen.
I'm just wondering why they can't be implementing this sort of semi-automated offside technology.
Yeah, good point.
Instead of having to say, we'll apply it, but we're just going to wait half a year to do it.
Yeah, as we said earlier, I can't see why it's just taken so long to do that. Pep Guardiola was absolutely 100% with that result. Yeah, party playing at a position, did well. Yeah, of course. Lee, big up Lee, Football Dad's Army. He's fuming.
Yeah, he was fuming. I jumped on his show in the end,
Did you?
and he was. I was fuming a little bit as well, but I look at it, it could have been worse. I think what it was, we scored a third goal at the end of the game, and it was like a shoulder to shoulder sort of thing, and it got cancelled out. But
it hit him here. Yeah, when what's his name? Fucking teeth. Havertz. When he turned, it hit him on the arm as he turned. That's where the handball came. Then there was the push afterwards as well. That's the reason why. So for me, it hit Havertz's arm first. Then he spins on the ball, goes through,
Yeah,
that's what
I know it doesn't matter to him, but I always say, and I always still stick with that. Anything from the elbow up to me is not handball. Anything from the elbow down to your hand, yeah, is handball. But I've
But
always said that.
the law's changed now, isn't it? It's all to do with the sleeve
Yeah,
now, isn't it? It's all to do with the
yeah.
sleeve. That's the thing. Big up to Matt. Hope you're keeping well. And if you want to, Matt, just let us know if you want to come on. You're quite welcome to. Evening, guys. Hope you're well. We are indeed. Got to go, everyone. Listen, take care, and have a great Sunday, everyone. See you guys, as we said. Take care, Ross. Evening, Russ. Hope you're well. They use the VAR to check the badge. Usually, when it's Arsenal's, they rule it. That's brilliant. Evening from Lexington, Kentucky. Coming you arms. Big up, Lawrence. Lawrence. Also, if you want to come on the show, just let us know, mate. I'll send the link out there, and yeah, it should be good. Evening to Paul Smith. Yeah, semi-automated VAR coming in January, and me and Fuzzy, when we was on talking about the post match afterwards, why has it taken so long, considering that it was used in the Euros, and we're now waiting until January to see this come in? Is it to make sure we can royally balls it up like we do with VAR? I don't know.
Well, it's probably because we're relying on our referees to install it. So you've got to have the idiot tax time to be able to install it. To figure out which
Good. Is it going to be a good thing?
Well, I suppose with the technology, it's meant to make you decisions straight away and have way more consistency, rather than sat there for about 5 minutes looking at two people's toes and seeing which one's toenail is longer than the other.
It's true, isn't it? It is true.
I think it's probably one of the most frustrating things as a fan of football right now, because every fan, every watch along I've seen, everybody's like, just put the fucking line up, just put the line up. You know, so it's one of those really frustrating things, because you can tell straight away. I mean, I could see pretty much straight away anyway. They both looked on, at the same point. So, I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. And the thing is, and then it becomes an extra 10 minutes for a game, the extra time. And people walk out before games finish anyway. So if you're adding an extra 10 minutes, even more people are walking out.
Big up,
What good is it?
Yeah, and because when you think about it, with us, it was 12 minutes. I think the Chelsea game was...
Oh, yours was unreal.
And, there's a couple of things went on, but I don't think he wanted 12 minutes, that's for sure.
No.
But I think the Chelsea game was 7 minutes, and it's like, well, what happened in that? Because I don't know where that came from, 7 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
But
ridiculous.
Yeah, it just, as you said, it's a nonsense in itself when it's clear and obvious. And the interesting thing was, when VAR first came in, they couldn't put enough lines up on the pitch as it was. And now it's a case of, like, it don't cost you nothing, does it? Just to press a button and there's a line.
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, are these people in the VAR booth getting paid like overtime for how long they take to make a decision or something? Because it's like, if I was in that booth, I'd be like, just put the fucking line on, mate. Just put the line on, and then we can say it like straight away. And they're all sitting there going, "Oh well, I don't know." Like Foz has just said, "Oh, his toe." I'm pretty sure I've read on internet that his toenails are fucking longer than what that guy's toenail is. So it might be offside. So just put the fucking line up, man.
Yeah.
But who were these people that were in the booth?
They're actual refs, aren't they? They are actual refs.
Yeah.
So they ain't got a fucking clue about PCs.
Jesus. I mean, they're well, if they were ref, they're fucking shit. I'll be honest with you, they are absolutely crap. And it proves, and it's an embarrassment for the English Premier League to think that we have got one of the crappiest referees going.
Yeah.
Honestly, we got crap refs over here.
Yeah.
You're better off just fucking getting rid of them. Grab one over Europe, bring him over, put him up in a hotel, rest of the game, get back to the hotel, stay the night, and then go home. That's what they're better off doing. Seriously, because I tell
Yeah.
you what, our referees over here are absolutely shit.
To be honest, it's like those people that's in there. It's like like when you get somebody on the phone and you're a technical support, and you
Yeah.
turn around to the person, you say, "Can you get the PC into Windows?" These kind of people will actually move the desk and put the PC in front of a window.
Yeah,
That's the kind of people that you're dealing with.
it's true.
Yeah.
It is true because we're looking at that offside decision for the Arsenal game and how the pair of them are both looking at each other. And, it's like them saying, "Do you know? I don't know. What about you? I'm not too sure. I think it might have been, but." And then, of course, you see him fiddling around with a paper. I ain't got a fucking clue. So we just
And
look
one
like
of
we're doing
one of
something.
them's eating. And one of them's
It's
eating.
like-
And he's eating as well. Yeah, and he's eating.
What do you want about?
But basically, it's a case of they're both whispering at each other.
Oh.
And like you said, G, this is where they're not mic'd up. Just
Yeah.
look like we're doing something. Just say any old shit, and it looks like we're talking about the game. Hopefully,
make it.
we'll hoodwink all the people on the screen. Don't worry about it. You got to fuck it. Let's just do this.
You could just have the Chuckle Brothers in there.
I put a secret microphone in that room. I'll put a secret microphone in that room, honestly, and just hear what they got to fucking say.
Find that guy that planted that microphone in our dressing room from Aston Villa. Hire him. Hire him.
Yeah.
Put him in the booth.
He'll find a way.
Sneak in the booth.
Now, isn't it? I don't know if it's with the semi-automated thing and that. Is this when we're supposed to be hearing what they're all sort of going to be saying as well?
Yeah, it is. But in all fairness, Tim, I don't think it come to that. They'll find a way where we can't hear. We're anxious to what the decision is. They won't change that. They won't change that because basically what that's doing, that's pinging ears open and getting bums off seats. Whether you're watching at home, whether you're watching at the stadium. Honestly, that part won't change where you can hear
it. It also means that they've got to watch what they say because you know what people are like now on the internet. They're all experts and they're going, "Oh, wait a minute, he was on an hour in a bit, so definitely he made that up." Or they'll probably be talking about, "Oh, did you watch EastEnders last week?" You know what I mean? It's like, it's ridiculous. And Lawrence Watkins, Yeti, we are coming to your club next week.
I see that. Yeah,
Bring it, bro.
You know what they're doing? You know what them two are doing today, though. Yeah. They're also they were actually kind of practicing for January and that they were both practicing their Norman Collier impressions. And hoping for the best. So that's what's coming for next year.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's
to be honest.
not
I
good.
wish I was in the booth, to be honest, because if they actually started doing the thingy, I would just be one of those people that just opened the door and went, "Wankers!"
yeah, I would be.
Slam the door.
Commentators, we're really sorry about that.
It was a bloke running off down the road there, is him?
You do it like in between us, don't you? Just open the door and go, "Oh, wankers!"
Always just put here, Paqueta and Sola showed me nothing. When Somerville and Todibo came on, our energy changed. And this is the thing, we was hoping to see something from Sola, considering like everyone was moaning at Paqueta. So he did a decent thing. He put him on the bench. Sola came on. And, didn't really offer much at all in the game. So it took Somerville to Debo and even, Souček to change the second half for West Ham.
Well,
I'll be honest, you look
talk
awful
about
in
this,
the first half. Go on,
Who said it first?
I don't know. We've talked about it before. I just don't understand why Lockie doesn't play Somerville. If the energy actually changed, then why not play him from the start? We've talked about this all the time. Play Somerville. I mean, I'm not a West Ham fan, and even I fucking know that. Start Somerville from the start.
We knew what the changes. Yeah, we said this before. We knew what the changes should have been, but then when they see the the lineup come out and you see that Somerville sitting on the bench, and it's like, the fuck was it's like surely he must listen to what people say.
Yeah.
Isn't that down to Somerville though? Shouldn't he be saying, "Don't leave me this way"?
No, he was up in the booth, Jimmy. He was up in the booth.
This is the moment where I should put on on one of the benefit and see a tumbleweed going running past us at that point there. I mean, oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, this is a game where you cried out for it. It should have been Somerville starting, without a doubt. I think the good thing to see in today's game, Bowen looked more comfortable on the ball, which he hasn't in the last couple of games. And all right, we got the penalty, and he took it well. And given Arnold his dues, he went the right way, but just in time his dive. Otherwise, you could have caught that. But yeah, Somerville should start, especially with Kudos out for 3 games. He should start every single time.
You should start if you're putting in the performances. I mean, same as Wanyeri for Arsenal. I mean, if you're looking like the player that's like got the form and all that kind of stuff, like Somerville making a difference, then you should be starting games, surely.
Should be, yeah. Should be. And this is where I think Lopetegui lets himself down. We've got a decent squad, and even though there is some other people that say something different, it's just like he hasn't found the right fit yet. But it's quite obvious what it should be. As I said before, when we beat Ipswich, that's what he should have learnt from and nurtured from that point, especially like when we had the international break. I repeat myself on this one. He should at least done something about it, worked on the team, and then carried it into the Spurs game. But that one was a different matter altogether. How that went. Yeah. But with this game,
it's like you've got your manager, to sum it up, it's like your manager if he didn't play Hudson Odoi, and you're like, well, why aren't you playing him? You know what I mean? It's along the lines of that, really, on the left-hand side. So it didn't make sense.
I think that's more like a tactical thing from his side of, because Hudson Odoi, as good a player as he is up front, he's not really gets involved in the defensive side of it. So I think that's more like a tactical point. But yeah, I would love to see Hudson Odoi on a hell of a lot more, to be fair.
I'm going to come back to Russ's comments in a minute. Just going to catch up with the comments here. As he said, you already mentioned it, coming for your club next week. Emily saying, cheer up, it's FA Cup next week as well. Lawrence is agreeing with your comment there, Anthony. He also said, Fuzz.
I fancy us to go on a cup run. The FA
That'd be
Cup,
nice.
obviously.
That should be good. That should be good.
I do fancy us for that.
Lawrence is saying, Fuzz, he's drinking a chocolate shake for the West Ham victory, so he's thinking of you in all good stead.
Just so you know, right, before any West Ham fans get confident, they'll go on and start slapping up Forest. Oh, we beat Mighty Man United. You beat somebody who could end up a couple of points off the relegation zone as soon as next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're easy.
Yeah. So hold your
very,
punches,
very
man.
easy.
Hold your punches.
You have to get Moisey back. Buzz.
Listen, Tony, I said this before, right? You beat Ipswich 4-1, you lost 4-1 the very next game. You beat us 2-1, you probably lose the very next game.
We'll lose 2-1 against Forest, yeah. You can see the pattern that Lopetegui's going with. I suppose that's the only kind of consistency we're kind of shown at the moment. Yeah, I agree on that.
Yeah.
Ace is asking, where did you buy those troll dolls, Anthony?
Oh, what, the Yetis? Oh, they're my missus bought them. I think they're for Halloween. She dressed up here for Halloween, so I think they might be like in a bloody pound shop. Well, they call it a pound shop, but the items in there now have gone up from they start from £2 and up now, don't they, in a pound shop? So I call it a fucking pound shop. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can get them there. That you can, or if not, you can actually tune in and you can actually watch these on the Cave on Friday. These two, you've got Eat and Boo, and you've got Moo over there. Look. Yeah, you should get one. You should have one. You should have one next to him like that when he's actually streaming.
To be honest, he can't watch it in the Cave because he's banned from it because he's a dickhead. But yeah,
who's banned from it?
Aces.
Is he? Oh,
I thought I said Eek or Boo.
Oh,
Lawrence is saying,
that's what I said.
Tony, to be fair, our whole squad was shit in the first half. Yeah, agree on that one. Bowen played better in the second. I think the changes made the big difference. That's for sure. Even into CPFC Paddy, maybe Somerville doesn't start at West Ham because there's a small town boy.
Big up, mate.
Yeah, we're all coming out now because since what he's saying, like here, words of picture saying Jimmy will be starting next match, surely.
I need McManus to come in now. He's a good Jimmy Somerville.
I just want to say quickly as well,
Evening,
congratulations to Paddy for avoiding the appointment of Gareth Southgate by turning up and beating Spurs. Hats off to you.
Yeah,
Well done,
I
Palace.
think that deserves
Palace.
respect. Yeah.
And big ups to Uncle Rods as well.
Yeah, big up, Uncle Rods. Happy with the result today,
Big
Uncle?
Uncle Rod.
Yeah, we're all doing good otherwise. They're saying hello to each other. Lawrence saying, Fuzz, the only thing you have quality players, so it does not make sense. I do realise you do not know how to get into the net. Yeah, because
you can't help stupid.
Well, that time of year now where we're going to see a lot of water through there at Old Trafford. So, hopefully you might get a few points and go at the table for us.
Colin saying, Tony, mate, Somerville looked good when he came on. He needs to start next week now. But I do not trust Loppy to play Somerville from the start. Yeah, quite disappointed he didn't start him in this game. But at least he came and made an impact. And no doubt he's going to get a fine now since ripping his shirt off and running halfway through the length of the pitch and hugging with someone in the stand. But I don't think he cares at this stage, especially as he's opening goal for the club. So will you be playing your under 18s against Preston? Ooh.
I think some will feature. I think the best thing to do is actually set the team up. Exactly the same team when we beat Bolton, we knocked them up out the cup. So that would probably be it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Preston over the weekend, they were 3-0 up against Wayne Rooney's Plymouth, and Plymouth come back 3-3. The last time I looked yesterday. So they've got some weakness there in the defensive, especially if you've got a team like Plymouth and a manager like Wayne Rooney that scores 3 goals like in the last 20 minutes of the game. So, but yeah, I feel comfortable with it. I think we'll win, and we'll go into the next round. Who we're going to pull in that next round, I don't know, but yeah, I'll just now where it's made it's made for him. That game. He's a good player. Bit too late for him making cup coming on in the last spot.
Batter you, mate. They'll batter you.
What, Preston?
Yeah.
God, blimey, God. we're folding up. We're kick ass. We'll put them in your cage yet, and you say, yeah, they can stay there.
Paddy saying Spurs must be crap at the moment. I watched the highlights. We did not look like we got walked over. Yeah, they it didn't sound. I mean, heard a little bit on the commentary, and it didn't sound good at all with Spurs.
No, Spurs did have a lot of good chances. To be fair, I mean, I did watch the highlights afterwards because Jack was on about Van der Ven should have got sent off on a last defender tackle on Saul. But it wasn't on Sky Sports highlights, obviously. So Jack sent me a video of it, but the video I couldn't see it. It was just too small. It does look like there might be something there, but I couldn't really see it. So.
It's funny because obviously, where they beat us last week is all, that was West Ham's cup final game. That was because and look how they folded and blah blah. And they're in just the same position as us. So, as like Fuzzy just mentioned, win one week, lose the next week. And Spurs are in the same position, really. Which for some people, no doubt, is a godsend, but that's a different thing altogether. How's the league looking this week, Tony? Been out mostly this weekend, so I've got to get it all sorted out. I shall have that more ready for Wednesday. Evening, Michael. Evening, all. Poor game, great result. That's what that's what you want sometimes, to play poorly but still come out trumps. So I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Take it all day long. And not being funny, as we mentioned it earlier, if you get a bit of good luck your way for a change, why not? Take it.
All that matters is the result in it at the end of the day.
That's the key thing. And it's one of those, if it's going to keep us in the top half of the table, that's, hopefully we can kick off from there. Yeah, he's not buying into it.
Buzzy. Hello. You all right, mate?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
fine.
you look like he was in a bees of some sort. You're all right.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lawrence.
Scrolling a timeline.
He's in a United Wonderland. Leave him alone.
Looks like a desolate wasteland. That's the United Wonderland right now.
Wow. No, Lawrence, because I wonder who some of them went running over to, and Lawrence has kind of let me know it is. It was actually Kudos. Must have formed a good relationship. Some of them on the left, Kudos at the 10, Bowen on the right, and that's what I think is where we should be.
How long's Kudos out now? Is he out for our game as well?
Yeah, out for your game as well.
Yeah.
That
was stupid. Games. That was stupid, though, wasn't it, from him? I mean, yeah, he puts his hand in one person's face, and then he does it to somebody else as well straight after. Crazy.
For me, I think it was a case. I said before, it seemed to be frustration from Kudos, and I put it down to, because obviously what's happening at West Ham at the moment. I think a lot of the players are a little bit kind of disjointed with the way this manager's taken the club forward at the moment.
Yeah.
So I think they're frustrated, considering the last 2 seasons what they've done. I mean, you forget kind of last season, because obviously we know Moyes was leaving at that stage, but we was playing a fairly okay level of football.
Yeah,
it was good in certain spells, but with this lot, I mean, this season, and I've said it before, this long ball shit that we're doing. We did it today. The amount of balls that we kicked out to no one, it went virtually to a Man U player every single time.
The player in your team who's called No One is feeling quite sad right now.
Yeah, why leave me a Billy No Mates, as we called him? Billy No Mates.
Do you want Moyes back? Like, come back, all is forgiven.
I think for me, he's done his time. I mean, like last season, the way I see it, and people have their own opinion on it. I think he knew, or he was told, that his contract weren't going to be renewed, and but once it's finished, it's finished. That's probably the reason why we didn't bring in players we should have done, and I think because of that, he just let it just meander along, and once it finished, he then slacked us off 2 weeks later. But I think he knew he was going at that stage, so he just did enough, whereas he knew he could have done more if there was a bit more impetus from the board to back him.
Yeah.
Who was the one like Potter?
I think my one I've always said is Thomas Frank.
Oh yeah, that's a massive call. Yeah,
I like what he does with the team, and I also like the fact that he engages with the fans.
Yeah.
And that's your 12th man added onto there.
Yeah. How about O'Neill? O'Neill?
I mean, that would be a better. Yeah, because it not being funny when you think about it. I mean, he played for us, and he went. He put his heart on his sleeve then, and you see it now as a manager. He's pretty. He's not bad as a manager. You see that with the limitation of funds he had. And it's interesting when you think about it. Lopetegui leaves Wolves because he said he's not being backed yet. O'Neill goes to Wolves, he gets backed, and you see what happened there. This season, obviously, it's gone completely sour for him.
Yeah,
a good shout. That's a good shout.
That's a good shout as well. I mean, but not being funny yet. When you said about Potter, I know some people kind of dead against that side of things, but I look at it like this. Maybe a club like West Ham and Potter actually fit.
I called it. Yeah, I called it.
Excuse me. I mean, he should never have gone to Chelsea in a month of Sundays. That was, the biggest move.
Yeah. Big
Yeah, I say
mistake.
this thing to Budgie, and Budgie goes, "No, I don't fucking want Potter nowhere near my club. Thank you very much, Anthony." And I always put it in the chat in his comments on his show.
So yeah, be very be very interesting to see what's going to go on that one.
Yeah.
I have to say that I reckon Liverpool will be disappointed with the draw today, possibly. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're not lost again. So as you said, and you see, 11 wins out of 12 before this game.
I
Yeah.
think
Doing something right.
Liverpool be happier with it than Arsenal, to be fair, because I mean there was 2-1 down at one point and managed to pull it back to 2-2. I mean, and when you look at it like that, I think they would have been happier with the draw, to be fair.
Yeah. Mark was saying, didn't realise how far Rashford has fallen off the cliff. Well, Fuzzy can let you know about that one.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I really don't want to, because it's one of those where it's just like you say a joke, right, and it's funny at first, then you say it over and over and over again, and then you realise every time you say it, the room goes from not laughing to groans and just like, oh, this one again.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like the same thing that happens when somebody says, "Oh, look, what happens with Rashford? What do we think about Rashford or something?" And it's just like, oh, do we have to? Do we really have to? Marcus Rashford again. Just see, there's nothing good coming of him, and
He just don't look bothered, mate. To be honest,
it's gone from a place of where we first thought it was just a dip in form. How he just needs a manager that gives him a bit of confidence, and he'll find that spring in his step, and you'll see a very talented player. There's a player that has talent but does not care enough about football to want to push himself to really deliver on that talent. And so all we can say now is that because he's no desire to exert his talent, it's all just potential talk. All we know is that Rashford is a shite player. He's not that good.
There was one point I noticed about Rashford, and I was saying it to my cousin because they're a big Man United fan, unfortunately for them. But I mean,
Fortunate in my case.
Rashford actually tried to take it through the middle of the West Ham players, and it got took off him. And the thing that really annoyed me was it got took off him, and he just stopped.
Yeah.
And he was walking back. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll leave it to the guys now to win the ball back." I hate that. If you lose the ball, if you do something and lose the ball, you fight to get that fucking ball back.
Yeah.
That's one of my things, and I just don't see it in him. I don't think he cares.
Yeah, he breaks their legs, and then he goes to the ball after them. Look. Yeah, he's like, I didn't touch it. He just died.
I tell you what, your team wouldn't be doing no fucking dark arts from me because you would actually have broken legs. It wouldn't be a fucking lie.
Guys, Kudos will be out for 6 games possibly. Wow.
That's a loss, isn't it?
It would be if that's the case. If it's that, yeah. Said it early in the week for Fab. Great match and good ball distribution. Yeah, Fabianski came in today and pulled off 2 great saves. And proved he's, was it 39 and he still got it.
Yeah. In all fairness, Tim, could you see Kudos leaving West Ham at the end of this season and going to another club?
There is that possibility, mate. The funny and interesting part was during the transfer window. He's got a buyout clause, but no one triggered it. And that was the first.
He was signed for Ipswich in January.
He took us signed for 60 mil.
Right, let's bring in the Godfather. There he is. Evening, Jez.
Evening, Jez.
Sorry, I'm late.
No worries. How are you? Anyway, how are you? Good?
Am I good? No, I'm fucking well pissed off, mate.
I know. Yeah. Yeah,
What do you expect of this manager? The manager ain't got a fucking clue. I said that before you come on, Jez. He's a poor manager, and it's not just in a football club. Sometimes you get it in the workplace as well. Fucking the man. I got to be honest with you, his man management skills are fucking crap as a manager, and they are. I touched on it. You're 2-1 up against Liverpool, playing at home with 11 men. 11 men. Why would you defend? Why? Why not go out for it? Because I called it. I said they'll come back 2-2 and Salah will equalise. And I literally called it because the way we were defending. Mikel Arteta likes to defend the last 25 minutes of the game. Maybe fucking 30 minutes of the game. And I think to myself, why? Throw everything. Even the fucking kitchen sink if you got to. Go for that win because it proves, even though we were winning 2-1 up by that one goal, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
No. Big up Fuzzy, big up Yeti, big up Anthony.
He do, bro. It's nice to be the happiest fan on this planet. Show at the minute.
That's true. I'm just going to go back to Russ's comment about we was talking about the VAR thing. Take the offside decision away from a human being and let the AI do it. Then there's no argument. I don't know why the PGMR will resist these things. I think on that it's just a case of it takes away the limelight from them being what they are.
There's still going to be arguments against AI, though, isn't there? Let's face it.
Of course there is. I mean, he follows up saying that PGMO are an organisation that are not fit for purpose. Because the interesting thing I heard on the way back this afternoon was, no doubt, with the Man United game against West Ham, they're probably going to be writing and saying, well, looking in the hindsight, yes, it should have been a penalty. And you can see it coming a mile off.
It'll be Manchester City have programmed the AI. That's what it's going to be, isn't it?
It's true. Colin saying Tony Moyes should have gone after the European win. Yeah, he's done his part, and we should have parted ways. I agree on that. Could suspended, not injured. Reports on the internet stating that this summary. No, of course, Henry. There's always the rumours going around, but I think he's. I agree with what Matt says here. He wants. This is about Kudos. He wants to leave due to the breakdown in the relationship with Loppy, is what I've heard, and that does not surprise me at all.
That's bad.
But I think, like I said to you, that's why I think there was that frustration in the Spurs game. Hence why we see him getting sent off because of what's happening with the club.
Yeah, a lot of players do that, don't they? Because they're just not happy with the direction things are going. So the frustration comes out in that respect.
Lawrence is loving your kit.
Yes, I got this for my 30th birthday from the wife in 1991. Old, a bit faded, but I wore it today because I thought it might bring us luck. How wrong was I?
That was when you was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were good then, mate.
Yeah. And do you know what? One of the guys who was doing a football stream, he had the 89 one on, the different one to that one. Still the same colour, but a different one. And I'm like, flip here now. What's going on here? Because he thought it would have bought us luck as well. So I told him, I said, look, don't wear that top again, mate. This brings bad luck.
Well, 91, mate, we went invincible.
Yeah.
Chelsea, that was it. We nearly went invincible.
Yeah.
At one time, we won 2 European Cups. So, you can't keep going back on that, can you, really?
Yeah,
it's an hour and 4 minutes and 37 seconds, and Yeti drops the 2 stars comment.
While we're talking about that, I'll just read this Christmas book about food. Right.
Yeah, you better off. Yes. You know what? Yet you said that. And guess what? The other one above us, he'll bring up the fucking Trevor Brooking thing, wouldn't he? The FA Cup in the background.
I'll never do that, Anthony. You know that, because I don't like upsetting Jez when I put them pictures up at all.
Yeah.
You know that.
Should we talk about tender lamb and venison? Should we talk about that? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Sorry,
Mate, whatever you need to to share your not
Break the zone
fucking
out.
what you don't complete, then that's all good.
There they go. Look, kudos. 85 million buyout. Only Saudis came near 81 million.
Oh, bloody hell. 85. He's a good player, but I don't think he's worth 85.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Nah, but
Yeah, 100
I-
million.
I-
Yeah, definitely 100 million.
bollocks. Nah. For kudos, I would say he was worth more than 60.
Hmm.
Sorry, I just wouldn't. And that's being generous.
You are
60
cheap
million.
ass. You are cheap
If
ass, aren't
he was
you? You
playing
really
in a
are.
better
Well,
club,
of course
then
I'm a
maybe
cheap.
you
Of course
could
I'm a
say
cheap
100 mil.
ass. Fucking hell, we was managed by a fucking cheap ass for 22 years called Arsene Wenger. You know, it was 15 years in a row. We wouldn't spend over 13 million. That was Sylvain Wiltord was our dearest player at one time for fucking ages.
Oh, ouch. Anthony's not happy.
Touch the nerve there by the looks of it, Jez. I touched the nerve for some reason.
Oh, dear.
Lawrence is saying, what was West Ham missing in the second half? Kudos and Paqueta. We will survive. Sell the mugs and get more team players. Yeah, hopefully it'll be the case of that. I think
That being the magic word in old thing in there you just read out. Sell the what?
sell the mugs.
Hello, Jez. Hello.
Don't go down that road again. I've no idea
Evening,
what
Nick.
happened to it. I've checked it with Royal Mail. They said they dispatched it. God knows what happened. But I don't know, mate. I don't know. They said they dispatched it, so fuck knows where it went. I've no idea.
Takeaway today was McDonald's.
That's what
Paddy. Still think Liverpool went into that game to deal with a stronger starting 11. I'm not sure Arsenal sat back second half. I reckon they're just tired and aren't good enough. Yeah, there was a comment about that. There was from the pundits saying that Arsenal look a little bit tired. Would you Arsenal boys agree on that?
Yeah, I agree with it. Yeah, no, ace one here.
Mm.
I'm not sure Arsenal sat back second half. I reckon they just tired and aren't good enough.
I think they sat back. They sat back to me for my liking.
No, they did.
I agree with that. I do agree with you, Anthony. We in the first half we were really pressing Liverpool. We were the better team, no question.
A lot of the time, your defensive back line was literally parked on the edge of your box for a lot of that second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We didn't push on. And we unfortunately see this too much.
Yeah.
And this is what frustrates me, Tony, is that we had Liverpool on the back foot, 2-1, and then we just let them back in the game, and we do it all the time.
Mm.
It's just so frustrating, man. It's like you sit and might as well sit here and cut your wrists and say, "Well, there, give up then. Just give up."
Wow.
Yeah.
Great result
Way
for West
ahead
Ham.
of
It was a great result for us, I must admit. Got you guys coming up as well soon, haven't we? So that'd be an interesting game. Didn't know Rice was only 50 million. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Good to see Colin saying, gentlemen, when we finally get rid of Loppy, I do not trust Sullivan to appoint the right man to replace him. We know it'll be him making the appointment. It won't be Steiden for sure, I believe. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Sullivan. He'll have the last word on it.
They'll either sign Southgate or they'll sign Ten Hag because you'd been sacked.
I said that at my watch long to Dal. People were coming in my chat saying, when West Ham fans were coming in the chat and saying, well, if we get rid of Lopetegui, whatever his name is, who would you sign? I said, how about Ten Hag? And they're like,
You missed the first goal today, Jez, didn't you, on your stream?
I did, yes, because I was having a bloody nightmare with fucking stream.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I put a comment in and you was reading my comment out and you went, oh, fuck, I just missed a goal now for out this comment out.
I didn't say that. But I was having drama. I was actually trying to sort out YouTube Studio at the same time.
Right.
Arsing about. And And I was like on the keyboard.
Bloody excuses.
And I saw your comment, and I went, "Oh, for fuck's sake, missed a goal," like that. So I'm blaming you for that, Anthony. Okay.
That's right, mate. That's right. I was laughing, and then I just thought I carried on watching. Like,
I don't know if you've seen it, Fuzzy. Lawrence is asking, how did the match go today?
I answered in my chat.
No.
I've got a question for Yeti, if I may.
Yeah.
I've got a question. What is that? A new setup you got behind you there?
You know what? I'm in the match of the day studio, right? And if Lineker turns up, this is going to turn into UFC 310 because I'm going to beat the fuck out of him. But yeah, it's just a new like NVIDIA broadcast thing where you can sort of put a different setting behind you.
Oh, you got all tech. Fair enough.
Hey, I'm on it now. I'm on it
he's
now.
on it.
Like,
He's on it.
I'm on it, mate.
He's on it.
Cool.
He's on it.
Michael's asking the Arsenal people, question, does Arteta go at the end of the season if Arsenal win nothing?
Yep.
Yeah, pack your bags and fuck off.
Yeah, keep him. Keep
I
him.
think
He'll
get
do all
another
right
contract
eventually.
extension.
No, don't want him. Don't want him. We can go to fucking Man United or go to West Ham. But yeah,
What's the
better
fucking
still, if Pep,
process,
if
man?
Pep
What's
leaves,
wrong
he can
with
get
you?
the fuck off to Man City because he ain't with them nothing, would he?
You know what? You lot are just fucking mental. Just trust the process. It'll come good eventually.
Brilliant. Trust the process.
I can't
It
stand the
won't
guy.
take his shit.
There's more brain cells. There's more brain cells in a bloody used condom than what there is. Jesus. Can't stand the bloke. He's got to go.
I heard folks moaning though about subbing off Havertz, but who do you bring on? Jesus? I'm not defending Arteta. I'm just not sure he's got many options, which is his fault, by the way.
Well, he was poor today. Havertz was poor today. Martinelli was poor today. Let's get that out there. Trossard, okay, he did a little bit, and then he went off. You know, he went down the pecking order, down the scale. It was just nothing there. I mean, if I had to pick the two best players for Arsenal that was trying, I would say Partey and Saka. They were the best two players today on that pitch for Arsenal.
First half, Saka was shit. The second half.
I think Rice was pretty good as well. I mean, his balls into the box was fucking awesome.
Yeah, but he was good. But Rice, he didn't do nothing much in the last 20, 25 minutes of the game. When you were watching the game, on the commentary, they didn't even call his name out for the first 25 minutes. But look at that. Look at
They
that.
probably forgot what it was.
But it's like what I said, Jeremy. That was a mind game from Liverpool. Because look how quiet Salah was through the entire game, and I thought he was going to pull out a masterclass, and he did. He's got that goal, and it was like you touched on. It was a good goal, yeah. And he literally done it. I called it. I literally called it.
But I mean, at the same point, I thought Saka was really good today. Really good today. I mean, I'm not sure about him having captain's armband though.
I don't know what that was
about that.
He has been captain the previous 3 games because there's no Udy. But Saka, I thought first half was bang on it. Second half, if you look at it, the second half, he touched the ball 7 times. That's it.
Because we spent more time fucking defending, Jess. We spent more time defending.
But he was knackered. He's not match fit.
No, he's not match fit. Neither was Timber, and then Timber goes off injured. This is what I'm saying. And then what happens, right? This is what Mikel Arteta's like. He plays mind games with everybody. He knew that they were starting because the manager picks the team, right? Yeah. So he's there, and it's not that. Us as fans, Arsenal fans, were thinking, well, is Saka play? He was actually asked this question in his interview on Friday. He said, no, I'm not too sure. Then somebody asked him again on Saturday, the interview as well, because he had a separate interview 2 days running, Friday and Saturday. He's like, oh, well, no, I don't think that they are injured and all this and that. I was surprised fucking Ben White played. He limped off in the Champions League game.
Isn't that what managers always do, though, to try and actually make it sound like you haven't got this player?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, he was good in one way, but Arteta's a prick in another, and he's not any other man. I just blame Arteta.
He's a
just the way
prick
that.
in every way, mate. To be fair,
He
isn't
is.
Well, look, we've heard it from the Arsenal perspective.
he?
Let's now hear it from the Liverpool perspective. Good evening, Anfield Uncle Rods.
How you doing, bro? All right.
I knew Uncle Rod was coming on sooner or later. I knew it.
No, I've literally just seen the message. I've literally just seen this other phone's been off all day, and I've just had this one on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've literally just seen the message. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna pop in quick. I've got a couple shows I need to do. Yeah, with Fuzzy and Solo. So get them done. Plus, I've got a stinking cold as well. So I just thought I'd pop on quick. You know, say hello to the lads and all that. See if everybody's all well. You know what I mean?
How you doing, mate?
And just talk about the game quickly.
Let's hear your perspective on the game today.
I thought we played shit, to be honest. I thought we played shit. I mean, to be honest, the only team that really wanted it, was Arsenal. That was the only team that really wanted it. Winning the game, it was first to everything. You know what I mean? I can't deny it was first to every ball. You know what I mean? Our passes were way off. Do you know what I mean? And we only started to play football when we was behind. You know what I'm saying? You know, we went to go down. We started to play football. We got to 1-1, and we just lay back again and started doing the same things that we were doing before. You know what I mean? When it went to 3-1, in the second half, we come up playing a bit, and then we got to, like in the 81st minute, we got to 2-2. We sat back again. Do you know what I mean? Instead of going for the win. Do you know what I mean? I thought Robertson was crap. You know what I mean? Robertson was crap. He just got duppied by Saka far too easy.
Yeah.
All Saka did really, when you think about it, is just stop the ball. That's what he did. Just stop the ball. He come over, he stopped the ball, and next minute Robertson's on his ass, and he just smacked the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't say much for Kelly. It was a good shot. It was a really good shot. What he done at the day, when he stopped the ball, and obviously Robertson's gone that way, he found the space now to take the shot, and that's what you're supposed to do as a striker. Well, as a wing striker, that's what you're supposed to do. So, I can't blame Kelleher. I have to blame Robertson, because what you doing is sitting on your ass. What the fuck you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah? And just like the whole round thing of it just did not impress me. I was doing watching and stuff. Well, the most we can hope out this game is a draw. That's the most we can do. I knew, and I had a feeling that we was not going to win. Do you know what I mean? And then it was just lackluster, and it's like fair play to Arsenal, because they came out with a game plan. Do you know what I mean? To actually win the game. Do you know what I mean? I know they didn't, but they came up with a game plan to win the game. Do you know what I mean? So fair play to them. You have to say fair play to them. Do you know what I mean? Right? But this is what I was saying about like Arne Slot. He's not quite there yet. Do you know what I mean? You're not gonna get what you really want to get out of him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when you was getting overrun in midfield and that, right, you should have sorted it out for a long time. You know what he did last week, right? Last week we was playing Chelsea and we was getting overrun in midfield. Do you know what he did? All he did was told Szoboszlai, drop deeper, then everybody was matched up there, and he created like a hexagon sort of shape, yeah, where every chasing player was marked and they couldn't go nowhere. I didn't see none of that today. You just kept the same shape all the way through the game. Even when he brought Szoboszlai on later, he kept the same shape. It was just literally no change. It was like saying, like, come and beat us. You know what I mean? To me, I'm not cussing Arne Slot, because he's done well to get us to where he is now. But he's not that guy. I know him for a long time. He's not that guy. And when everybody's digging up research about Arne Slot, saying, yeah, he's done this, done that, I don't see it. Do you know what I mean? Because if he was such an amazing manager as he is today, you would have changed that and you would have got the 3 points down there. You could have got it. You literally could have got it. There's no reason why you couldn't have got that 3 points today. Do you know what I mean? The three front men today, right, must have saw the ball twice. None of the front three saw the ball, and everybody, all the Liverpool fans were cussing Luis Diaz, were cussing Nunez, yeah. I'm not saying nothing about Salah because Salah was probably the one that probably received the ball more. But people like Nunez and Diaz never saw the ball. There was no service from midfield. So how are you supposed to judge somebody if they're not able to get the ball? They have to drop. They have to drop deep in order to get the ball, leaving space up front. Do you know what I mean? It makes no sense.
I thought your tactic was to get it to Diaz and then for him to take on Partey. That's what you seem to keep doing, and then dropping it to Salah every now and then. But Timber was kind of winning most of those balls anyway.
Yeah, there was none of it. There was none of it. Their man like Diaz, especially take Nunez. Nunez did not see the ball. The only time he saw the ball was probably when he set that goal up for Salah.
Yeah.
That's probably the only time he saw the ball. And for that, there was nothing coming from midfield for them. So what's he supposed to do?
All Nunez was doing really was running into different fucking Arsenal players, and knocking them over, which just made no sense.
It made no sense because the ball was not reaching him. So what he had to do then, right? He had to drop deep and try and find the ball somehow. But by the time Arsenal players had the ball now, all they had to do was just pass it to the next person, quick. Pass to the next person, quick. And then Nunez was just running into them. Because the ball's already gone. By the time
a question to your uncle. A question to you. So if you look at it, this is one of your big tests, one of the top 6 teams, Arsenal, and that, and you've managed to get a win, get a draw out of this game today. So looking at the other teams around you, how do you think you're going to fare against them, the Cities and the Villas and whatnot?
Villa, I don't know. I think it'd be good games. I think, this is probably when I say like test, because I was chatting to Tony yesterday. I was chatting to him and I was saying to him, look, it's a test in a way, and it's a team that's always in the top 4. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you're playing one of the top 4s, so it's a testing that way. But I think a lot of the games have been tested anyway because this is his first season in English football. So arguably, you can say that every game's been a test. You know what I mean? Even a Nottingham Forest game, nobody thought we were going to lose against Nottingham Forest at home, but we did. Do you know what I mean? And I saw shades of that today, of what I saw against Nottingham Forest. Villa, you see, what it is at the day, it's like they could pull off something in Villa, but Villa's in not consistent form. The only team that I say is in consistent form would probably be Man City. They're consistent with their, with the results. Villa is not really consistent in the day with the results. They can go, they can beat Bayern Munich one day and then draw the next game. Do you know what I mean? And then beat Bologna one game, then draw the next game. Do you know what I'm saying? And get lucky with a draw. Do you know what I mean? So they're not really consistent in that way. So it'd be a good game because any team that's going to go to Villa Park now, they're going to be in for a game. So it'd be a good game. Do you know what I mean? It'd be a good game. Result, I don't know. Well, I will hope for not to lose. We'll just get a point to lose for that. But I just don't. To me, I just don't think. I've been saying this about Slot. He's not that guy. It's not for his own. You know what I mean? But he's not.
You said this before he's appointed, though, didn't you? I remember you saying this. You said this before he actually got appointed. I remember this. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not that guy. So what I saw today was probably going to be a sign of things to come, sort of like. You understand what I mean? But
the thing is, one thing I've noticed about you guys, like when we played you at Anfield, if anybody gets right in your face and starts pressing the shit out of you, like what Arsenal did today, like what we did at Anfield, you can actually shut your game down. Whereas it wasn't the same against Klopp.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. No, yeah. I totally agree. I mean, because that's what it was. It's like Arsenal today. They said, look, they're at the Emirates. We're gonna get at them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna get out. And they did that. Do you know what I mean? And they did that with good effect. I can't take any. That's what I say. I can't take anything away from Arsenal. because Arsenal was the only team today that I saw look like they wanted to win the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't take nothing away from them. You know what I mean? But it's true what you said today. True what you said. It's like whenever teams at the day now come and say, right, we're gonna get right at them and press them. It's like they don't want to know. But on the clock now, when you're on the clock was like saying, all right, you want to press us, we'll press you as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was like that. But
Yeah.
it's what I'm trying to say to people now. It's different now. It's totally different now because what it is, even all right, let's take the fact that Dave, like the results. Yeah. When sort of like if Klopp went to Crystal Palace and they was beating them 1-0, right? He's gonna walk out there with 5 or 7.
Yeah.
Klopp went down there and I think that right, he got a 1-0, he just sat on that.
Yeah.
He just sat on that. And that can be detrimental because you know at Crystal Palace have got the ability to score against you because they've got good players. Eze, Mateta, and all those sort of players there. They're outplayed Tottenham. They're outplayed Spurs today.
At least this is cheer up. At least this one, Paddy's saying for the free smooth heads and the thing. Arnie Slot does have the smoothest shot he's hit in the Prem, though. Credit where it's due. He's saying.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, well, you can't knock that really.
For shiny
Give
heads,
you a
anyway.
run for your money, Tony.
I think the same thing about Tom, but YouTube,
exactly.
YouTube.
Look, Henry said it as well. Look, he's taking the shot at Tony's as well. That's what he's saying. As
he's got the best board head. He's got the best board head in the country.
Evening, Howard. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in here. Even all the beautiful people, absolutely. Lawrence is saying he had to step away for 10 minutes. They were asking about the West Ham result. That's the neighbours.
That's a good result for you lot today.
Yeah,
that was a good result for you today.
Don't mention it to Fuzzy, Uncle. Don't mention it to Fuzzy. Shh.
Sorry, mate.
It wasn't a penalty.
I might be able to get a job. I'm doing stewarding down at West Ham,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, doing the stewarding down there. So
I need you.
Free, mate.
I need you to do.
You can actually call. I forgot. You call it when the ball goes over the line. You'd be a hero of mine. Seriously. Sod VAR. We got Uncle God's. The steward calls it.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, man. I look after you, pal. I look after you.
What I want to see, right, is that when West Ham are on a breakaway, and it's like it's 2 versus the goalkeeper, right? I need you to run onto that pitch, right, and just wipe both of the West Ham attackers out. Just absolutely flatten them.
I can't do that.
Take that lifelong ban from every football match. And take it with honour. You'd have done. You served your country proud.
Listen, I've got to go, guys. Love you guys. Listen,
Uncle, thanks for coming in.
Next week, drop me the link next week, and I'll come for more longer because I've got nothing planned next week, so I'll come for more longer.
No worries.
Love you guys.
Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you coming in, mate.
Big up,
Yeah,
man.
big up, bro.
Thanks for
Looking
coming
forward
in.
to you come to the CG, mate. Hopefully, we'll get a double.
Yes. Listen, we need to do like a match preview next time we play you lot.
Yeah.
I'll give you a shout. I'll give you a shout. We'll do a match preview. Yeah.
100%, man.
Love you guys.
Take care.
Yeah,
Uncle.
take care, bro. Big love.
Take care.
Just going to go on to this one that Lawrence is talking about because it's something that we was talking earlier about, like the managers. Good shout. You guys always want to kill the manager, but the players also should be held accountable. Do you agree on that?
100%. Totally.
Always players get away with it. And as you know, it's the manager that pays the price.
I've always said that. I've always said that. You can have so many managers, and it's same with Man United at the minute. I mean, they've got so many managers with the same players. When it's not working, it's got to be the fucking players.
You can't polish
Exactly.
a turkey.
Exactly. I'm sure Anthony's missus has tried to polish him many a time, and it just doesn't work.
Oh, she wouldn't even fucking polish mine. Letting in anybody else. Jesus.
Oh, my days.
That's an hour and 30 minutes, and we've dropped another one. Rods, mate, if you're not happy with your manager slot, you can have Lopetegui. I'll pay for his taxi, you say there as well. And Paddy's also mentioning, blimey, don't talk to me about Nketiah. Apparently, he's played 30 hours of Premier League football since he last scored.
Oh, I'm not surprised, mate. You
What a
could
second.
chuck him in a fucking brothel full of fanny and he wouldn't get anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
Did tell you.
Well,
Paddy's
you
asking a
did.
question.
I'm so glad we didn't get him.
Oh, mate.
I'm not.
Yeah. Same here as well, Yeti. Same here. Same here. Anthony tried to flog that dead horse many a time.
Yeah.
For Jez and Anthony, though, Paddy's asking, do you guys think Arsenal are missing Odegaard?
Yeah.
At first, I would have said no. Because we were playing quite dominant, like in the midfield and that. But as of late, I can actually quite easily change my mind and say, yes, we do. Because with Arsenal, Trossard is in that Odegaard position. You got Martinelli. But when Trossard comes over to the left, I'm not being funny. That link up between Martinelli and Trossard, it doesn't work. It didn't work in that midfield. So that's something that Mikel Arteta has got
I
to
think he's been a
look
good
at.
manager, to be honest with you.
I personally think, yeah, I know you would say that, yeah. But what I'm saying is that I reckon he'd be better in the middle. I reckon he'd be better in the middle between Rice and you've got to put, if we're not got injuries and Party there, if he's playing 4-3-3, because there's times where he keeps swapping it now 4-3-3. The next minute he's playing 4-2-3-1. I mean, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't like this defending lark. I mean, Mikel Arteta has actually come out and said he's going to try a different strategy with Arsenal this season, but it hasn't really been paying off at the minute. You know what
He
I
has
mean?
been doing it, though, Anthony. He has been doing it.
He has been doing it, yeah.
He's been playing mind games. That's what he's been doing this season.
Well, he's been playing mind games and he's been playing different
dark comments he comes out with. Like you said about Saka, we all knew he was going to start.
It was obvious. It was obvious. But I was quite surprised with obviously. I mean, I'm not the greatest lover of Ben White when he plays him centre back. He's not a centre back. You've got to play him right. But in all fairness, I think Timber played really well first half. Marking Salah, I reckon he did mark him pretty much out the game because there was I called it. Salah was pretty quiet in that game. But it's a shame that he had to come off, and obviously Gabriel. I mean, he had a bloody ice pack on his leg, didn't he? When you seen him,
he did.
in the stands.
Yeah, he did.
So, it's like what I said. We got Preston in the next game. I think we should just play the same game, same team as when we beat Bolton, not them out the cup. But the problem is, I think we got, is it Newcastle or Chelsea we got after Jez?
Newcastle.
Chelsea.
Ooh.
So,
Chelsea,
yeah. So, in other words, I think we're going to be struggling now against Chelsea.
No, it's Newcastle. I lie.
Yeah, I thought it was on the second.
It was Newcastle, yeah. So, it's Newcastle, yeah. Well, I mean, we could try.
Inter. We've got Newcastle.
The ball was out. The ball was out, guys. The ball was out.
Yeah.
Then we got Newcastle, Inter. Forget Bolton, Preston rather. And then we've got fucking Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yes.
We're looking forward to that one, mate.
I mean, Marcus.
November. 23rd
of November. Note that down. Michael's saying it's worse for managers now with only 2 windows. Old school, you could get rid of players any time of the season. It's one of those now, isn't it? We've got to live with it, unfortunately. Especially when players should be moved on when they're not playing for your club. Look at this one. Nketiah is Christopher Reyes incarnate. I know he'd be crap. Why do we always get Arsenal cast-offs? Must be the players don't want to leave London.
Yeah, Christopher Reyes, though, was actually a goal scorer.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, 'cause he had that Shamak off of us as well, didn't he, Palace?
Oh, fucking shut up. Come on, Jesus Christ.
Shimak, yeah. Richard saying, I'm just leaving the pub, had a few too many, but I do know where my caravan is. Laugh out loud. Win, draws or lose. Win, draw or lose. We all drink some booze. Fucking hammers. Come on, you irons. Howard says, Manure have even wheeled out Pierre Luigi Collina to disgrace the penalty decision. Because, Fuzzy, what did you make of Ten Hag's comments after the game?
Haven't seen them.
Haven't you?
Haven't heard them.
Don't
want to.
Obviously, kind of blaming the decision and how wrong it was, and etc. And trying to blame everything else apart from what actually happened in the game.
Can't take accountability. Like some of your modern day Zoomers could do all the wrong in the world, but I'll never ever admit that it was them.
No. True.
No, I'll get this, Carl. No point having an hour plus long discussion on Arsenal. We'd be trophyless until this puby donkey fucks off.
Puby donkeys.
That's a new name for him, yeah.
Oh, my days.
Feeling a bit
Colin,
puby today.
Colin's asking, Tony, mate, if we happen to get drawn into a relegation battle, hopefully that's not going to be the case. Do you think we have enough players with character and bottle? I don't think we have. I don't think it's the players is the problem. I think it's the manager getting a tune out of the squad. I think that's where the problem is.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I mean, I've heard certain people, and that's West Ham content creators, as well as some of the fans that's in the chat, saying that they're blaming Steiden for bringing in some crap players. Don't think it's so much of a crap players. It comes down to what the manager does. And it proved he can do something, because he proved the point of the day, making 3 changes in the second half, which had an immediate impact in the game. So I wouldn't say it's so much the players. I think it comes down to the manager, the coaching staff. They're the ones that are supposed to get a tune out of this team. Yes, I agree. Once they cross the white line, it's the players that's got to do the job. But at the same point, they've still got to listen to the gaffer and his decisions. Which, I mean, we've said it before. It seems quite strange that you've got everyone, saying how defensive Moisey was, but yet we've got Lopetegui more defensive minded than what Moyes is, and that's worrying to a certain extent. But maybe that's because he was an ex-keeper. That could be the case.
But at the same point, I mean, if you watch that first half, West Ham against Man United, if Man United was a Man United that's on it, from what we've known from the past, you're battered by half time. There's no point making changes in the second half. Change it.
No, it's true. I mean, but we know full well this is not the same Man United team, is it? That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. If you look at the end of the second half, Man United was all over us, but we did the right. I'll say Lopetegui again did the right thing by, instead of kind of bringing on an attacker, he bring on Cresswell to shore up the defence to trying to keep the ball out. So at least in that respect, for a change, he was actually kind of thinking correctly. But
I still think it's a bit scary, because if you come against a team that's going to put those goals, that put them balls in the net, then there's no point having a second half idea.
No,
because you're already fucking lost.
It's got to start from the off, and I agree with that, because as we said earlier, it should be the fact that Somerville should be starting, but today he didn't go with him. All right, you could what they're trying to say is that they want to bring him on as an impact player. He's got more than that in the tank. He should be starting.
I would agree with that.
He should be starting, especially if it's to one, kind of displace Kudos in his position, and secondly, to make this manager realise that he doesn't become player of the season for nothing, and we have him sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
You bring a player in like that's got bags of skill, pace.
I think that's always a frustration with fans, though, isn't it? When you see somebody like Arsenal, for instance, with Wanyeri when he plays against Bolton and does really well, and then all of a sudden he's like just the last 10 minutes, last 5 minutes, or whatever. That to me just shows a manager that don't really know what he's doing, which I've said many a times about Arteta. And it's just like, if you've got a player that's on burning fucking form, you have them on the fucking pitch. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's why I said about when we, the result we got against Ipswich, he should have learnt from that and work to make sure that we keep that consistency, because that's the inconsistency is the thing that's also killing us as well. As Fuzzy's already said, it's no use winning one week, lose the next week, win, lose, win, lose, win.
Yeah.
That's not healthy for any team.
No. I don't know what's that like, mate, because I mean we're winning most games. What's that like, mate?
I'll let you know at the end of the season. Best comment on West Ham's penalty today was Alan Shearer's. Totally agree with him. I have to listen to that on the match of the day when it comes on then, see what he said. Lawrence is saying, I feel some of the character of West Ham players are suspects. Yeah, I agree. I get that as well. But that's like with most players these days. Who is it? Was it yesterday's game? When he scored the goal and he's doing this to the badge. It's like you've only been there 5 minutes and you're doing that. You have no idea about the integrity of the club and you're doing all this business. Nah.
Yeah, that means he's leaving.
Adebayor comes to mind. That's the one.
Well, Roy Keane. Roy Keane did that and bloody signed for Man United.
That's true. Yeah, but Adebayor did the worst thing. Signed a new contract with Arsenal. Was it £110,000 a week? I think it was, Jez. Kissing the badge. About a month later, and that he went to Cyprus City.
Fucking, can you remember when he scored and he ran all the way over to the Arsenal fans? Wow.
Dived in front of him.
In fairness, that wasn't his fault. That was Wenger. Because Wenger said to him,
it was him that ran up the pitch.
Wenger said to him, outside of Highbury, we're selling you.
Yeah. I heard that. I did it.
He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to go. Wenger said, we're selling you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't blame him for that at all.
Nah. That's madness that Wenger did that.
You guys are too easy on the players and accountability. No, players should be. I mean, but the problem is, though, with that, Lawrence, that should be the club. No, I mean, for well, Jess, yourself being, running a business, if someone's not doing well, you either give them a warning, and if it goes any further than that, then all of a sudden it's a case of, right, you're out. But players get away with it. But then that's where I suppose they get paid so much these days. They've got too much, I suppose, power, you might as well say. And
Well,
a club.
I think you're right. They're basically, I could talk for hours about my theories on this, but at the end of the day, they're overpaid little muppets, in my opinion.
True, and this is the thing. And I think, what the clubs are scared of, if they have to get rid of them, it's the compensation package. It'll cost them an absolute fortune.
Well, that's why we couldn't get rid of Ozil, right?
Cool,
in the end, we just cancelled his contract. When his contract renewal came up, they just said, rip it up. And how much money did he cost us, Arsenal football? Not me, but the club, And the guy basically became a lazy bastard, down-tooled, and was like 350 bags a week for doing what? Nothing.
True.
Yeah, I think it works out about 120 mil, something like that.
Say again?
Was it like 120 million in total, like with wages and score bonuses and this, that, and the other?
More than that, I think, wasn't it? More than that.
Look, Oh, back 180 then, wasn't it? Something like that.
It's ridiculous. But that's Arsenal, isn't it? That's what Arsenal do.
True.
Yeah.
Paddy said, I don't mind defensive football. You just need to be clinical and bold. I'm guessing West Ham aren't. That is one of the key reasons why you aren't happy, perhaps. Possibly, but I think it comes down to
What's that?
Can. Psh, doing a can.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it comes down to the business we did in the window. Everyone was expecting so much more out of the club and hopefully finishing higher. Kind of banishing the kind of the Moyes era. But at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to be nowhere near that. So I think that's the reason why
we're playing quite defensive football, but it's working. So when you actually get it right and it works to actually doing the attacking side as well, it does actually work. So it's not a bad thing as long as
it's not a bad thing. I think the difference being, like, as I said earlier, when you look what Forest have brought in, the difference with Nunes and that is the fact that he's, I suppose the best way of saying it is he's engaged more with the players. So they actually you can see there's a difference in the style of Forest at this moment, and it's proving dividends because of where you are. We're not seeing that so much with Lopetegui at the moment. And don't get me wrong, he's only been in the job 5 minutes. We've brought all these players in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of transition.
He's got to believe in, and I think that happens right from the start. And a manager, like going back to like Brian Clough back in the day, if you get a team that believes, that's huge.
Absolutely.
What about Brian Clough?
Because he's an amazing person. I can't go back to anything else. But...
I mean, not being funny.
I like Brian Clough. Hello, shithouse.
But
have you never had any managers that won anything since?
Listen here, young man. We've been a great team all the time.
So you keep harping back Yeti to the same thing.
We've got better players with more bolder heads than you.
It's true though. I think, as you said, if a manager can, sell a dream and get the players ripping up trees and everything else. I mean, not being funny, you look at Ferguson's last season. That team was old and ancient, and yet they won the league, and that come down to him.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down. I think if a manager can, and you make it right, if you can install that little bit of confidence in
it's
any
about belief,
player,
isn't it? It's about belief.
Once you got that set in, then it spreads to the next person, the next player, and the next player. Then before you know it, that's what you're looking to achieve. Any manager, that's your intention. That's what you want to do.
Back then, you wouldn't expect Yates to score that goal, would you? I mean, let's be honest, you wouldn't expect him to score that goal, but I think
not in a million years.
Not in a million years. But in all fairness, he was there, got the ball, smashed it, goal. I mean, great on him. But it's like what I said, it needed those couple of players for Forest to come in, so they can play this sort of system. Because if you look on the back end of last season with Forest, they couldn't do that. They couldn't do it at all. So
having belief is massive. Having belief is massive.
Definitely.
I think that's what we've got at the minute.
Well, and spirit as well, like team spirit.
Like spirit
Wimbledon.
and belief.
I mean, you look at the old Wimbledon years ago. They didn't really mean any standing signings, did they?
Exactly.
That was all based on team spirit.
Thing is, Yeti, you're now waking up to what I told you last season. I said to you, you're going to come good. You're going to come good. And I'm being
That's what I said to you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you fucking didn't. Hang on, let's put it right. I said to you, if Nottingham Forest go on a run, they're going to be a team to reckon with. And right now, you're a team to be reckoned with in the league. Hey, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about.
I said basically, I said you are going to respect us. All of you are going to respect us.
I never disagree with
It's
you.
coming.
Keep
One
my
day
club's
you're all gonna
name
respect
out your fucking mouth.
Well, interesting you're saying about Forest and that. I mean, like Henry's put this one here. Have Chelsea turned the corner with Maresca? Where will Chelsea finish this season?
looking
Considering
good.
the 350,000 players that they signed,
Mm.
he you
And
know,
Palmer's still the main one, to be fair.
without a doubt. I mean, that through ball today
Right.
just shows you.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
I feel like with this Chelsea team, it is becoming the case that with Cole Palmer, seasons prior, it was just only him. Whilst he's still probably the main man of the start of the show for Chelsea, there's players now around him that do complement his ability. Like if he can play a player in this season and know that there's other quality players around him to finish the move. Whereas before he'd be playing it to Mikhailo Mudryk and he'd be skying it out for a throw-in.
Yeah.
Well, they called it, didn't they? Last season, this season, he's like the new Zola of Chelsea. I mean, they interviewed Zola and saw as he flew before the game, the Chelsea Newcastle game, and the guy that was interviewing him, he spoke to him. He said, "Palmer is actually classified as you, Gianfranco Zola, the new Zola," and he goes, "Yeah, I see similar, like you can see bits of him within Palmer, and the style how he plays, how he adapts to the game, and his goals as well." And I mean, he's a brilliant player. I tell you what,
He's got a brilliant, intelligent mind on a football field.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to be quite honest, the one thing I would say is they're the kind of players that Manchester United used to pick up.
Yeah. True.
You know,
it's true. I mean, Pep must be kind of. I know Pep didn't want to let him go, but the kid's got to play football, and it's proved a point going to Chelsea. What it is, but as you said, if he gets injured, what happens to Chelsea afterwards? So that's going to be the question mark as well. But going by what Henry said here, where do you think Chelsea will actually finish though? Top 4, 5, third?
Fourth. I think they finish fourth. I think I think Man City top, Liverpool second, Arsenal third, and Chelsea fourth.
I'm in agreement. I must admit.
Yeah. I'd say Arsenal relegated, to be honest. But
oh god.
Come
sort
on,
him out, Jez. Jez, sort him out.
Come down to the championship with us, guys. Come down to the championship.
There's no point in debating with it. It just talks bollocks.
Night, Michael. Great show as usual. Thanks, Michael.
Oh, we got 2 stars. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Good luck. Well done. What are you won since? Fuck all.
yeah, but the only time you've seen stars was when you tried to put your jeans on in the toilet and fell over.
No, that was in the bedroom here. I faced the radiator.
The great face plant in the radiator, yeah.
Fucking hell. Big up to AFC all. Panel, big up, 2 points dropped. Game was there for the taking. Arteta too slow to make subs. Arteta too defensive in the second half. Yeah, I think we already said that. Yeah.
We should have a Jez and Yip stream team. It's called, call it chat shit, get banged. Just get.
Absolutely.
That'd be the daily slot every single day. The pair of them on.
Yeah.
Colin saying.
That's what
Colin saying, Tony, this is my team. I'd like to play next week to start. Obviously, this is against Forest. Fabianski in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Kilman, Tadibo, Emerson, Somerville left wing, Alvarez, Rodriguez, Guilherme. Ooh, that'd be an interesting one. Antonio and Brown up front. 1-4-4-2.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good luck.
That's fighting talk. Sands wins the Mexican Grand Prix. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Brian. Carlos Sands 100%. Lawrence, is Forrest doing a low block and countering? Playing well this year, mate, you saying?
Mate, it's like a mix of the two, to be honest. There is a little bit of a low block in there, and at times there is a bit of a mid block, but we just get in people's faces straight away and stop them playing. And I think that's probably the best way of doing it, and then sort of counter over the top of that. I think we're doing it well at the minute.
Yeah.
We are doing it well.
Yeah.
How long
I
it
don't
lasts,
think-
I don't know, but I'm
Take it
I'm
while you got
loving
the
it at the
chance,
minute.
And sometimes,
keeps
yeah,
you
I
in there.
know for Forest, you're playing a bit like what I call ugly as well, but it's
Mhm.
good and it's exciting to watch. But you're getting results out of it,
Exactly.
so you know, yeah.
AFC always is saying, question to Jez and Anthony, if Arteta starts Saka against Preston, that should be a sackable offence. The last league game, Saka should have never started.
True.
True. Why would you want to risk him? You know, I thought it was a bit of a risk with him playing today, but obviously with hamstring, his hamstring couldn't have been that bad when he first got injured. So
Why you
because
started Wary there? We done it. We did it against Preston. You know.
Bolton, yeah, we did against Bolton. He scored 2 that night, Jess. He scored 2 goals that night.
5-1 win. Yeah, start him.
Yeah, I
Start
called
him.
it exactly the same team. Exactly the same team we picked against Bolton, against Preston, because they went 3-0 up on the weekend. Preston, Jess, against Wayne Rooney's Plymouth, and Plymouth came back and drew 3-3. So it makes
How we
sense to
doing,
do
Trip?
that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have him in the squad. To be honest.
Yeah.
I'd rest him up. Yeah, we got Newcastle away, so rest him up. Don't start him. Don't need to. Put in Wary in there.
Yeah,
Give
sounds
Ware
good shout.
It's getting.
Paddy saying, do you remember Clough on telly in the late 70s questioning Newcastle fans' arrogance? Do you really support a big club? What have you won? A Sunderland fan also. Who are you? Pipe dad. Gotta love him.
I remember the video. I can remember he was watching with Brian Clough. I can't remember what game it was, but he was punching all the fucking fans, wasn't he? Brian Clough.
Yeah. It's when they had like the when fans come onto the pitch, and he started punching them because he's always had a respect thing like for refs and stuff. I don't think he'd have it now because the refs are a bunch of pricks. But you know, he's just, mate. I can't even speak highly about him, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. Yeti and Jez are like Mulder and Scully. The truth is out there.
100%.
That's
We
the name
have
of the show.
big love for each other, man. There's
Well,
no
which one's Mulder? Which one's Mulder and which one's Scully?
I'm Mulder.
I'm Scully because I've got the beard.
No, Mulder's actually got a brain as opposed to Scully. So
well, it's definitely not you then.
Well, but at least we know we've got the name for the title of the show. The truth is out there. Featuring Jez and Yeti. That's the title. Go with that one.
You wait until the 23rd of November, mate. You wait.
I'm waiting, bro.
I can feel a stream coming on. I can feel a stream
Mate,
coming
I've
on.
already got all the fucking things, lights and all that kind of stuff. I've already got it ready. Oh wait.
That is going to be a watch along and a half, I'm telling you.
100%. 100%.
See who kicks the telly in first. I think Palmer could win Chelsea silverware this season and maybe with England if he keeps getting picked. Well, he picks himself, I think, for the Chelsea team, that's for sure. Depends with Tuchel and that, what he makes of him.
Yeah.
We'll see Chelsea third, Lawrence is saying.
You know, one of the funny things I've seen today on the goal celebrations thing is somebody saying, one of the Arsenal fans saying that when Saka scored that goal, if you think Palmer's worth 100 million, Saka is worth an extra 200 million to Palmer. Sorry, they're not even in the same fucking class.
No.
Delusion at its finest.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who said that? Egal?
I think it was, I don't know who the guy is. I've seen him on a few reaction streams. Maybe you should do erection streams because I think he had one at the time.
God, bloody hell.
Not Duad, was it?
Duad.
Yeah, he wasn't Duad. It was I don't know who he is. I've seen him before.
Duard. AFC
Same
always
person.
total over in October.
I think he was Duaded
Forget second
himself at
place.
the time. To be fair.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh my God.
Total over in October, forget second place. Cool. Arsenal, more like fifth for Arsenal.
It could be. It could be.
I've got to bounce out, but
No worries, just we're nearly finished anyway. So before you go, as always, check your channel out and what you've got coming up, please, mate.
I'll stay for another 5 or so.
Brilliant. So just going to load the last comments. Where's Lerbert's asking, when's the Tractor Grand Prix happening, Anthony?
Oh, it's happening really soon. Really soon.
Big up Daniel coming to Spurs. Big up, mate. Ange out. Oof. Yeah. It's all doom and gloom from last week, Dan. Last week is all about our cup final.
They're calling him out. They're calling him already. They started calling him out 3 weeks ago. And Tottenham fans.
Yeah. Which is better to use?
Today, to be fair.
What was it? Which is better to use, a mouse laptop or a touchscreen laptop?
A phone.
But just like using a mouse.
Clough did win more league titles with Derby, though. Your thoughts, Yeti?
What's that? Clough did win more. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. To be honest, we was quite lucky at the fact that when Clough started going on the TV and stuff like that, and being a big personality, the chairman didn't like it at Derby. He didn't like that Clough was being bigger than him, and that's why he got rid of him. We was lucky from that. We was lucky from that. That's how we got it.
He got away with everything.
But Derby still suck, and they're a bunch of sheep shagging bastards. But,
Well, I remember Sean Dyche used to play for Nottingham Forest years ago, and he was a young apprentice there. And he said that Brian Clough was sat down in his office, and he was chatting to another player at his desk, and the chairman come out of his office and walked in, and Brian Clough turned around and went, "Now fuck off, Mr. Chairman. I'll see you in a minute." And he said, and the chairman turned around and he said he fucked off back in his office. He said, "How the hell do you speak to a chairman like it?"
That's the kind of thing that he had, quality.
Yeah.
Big up Arsenal X-rated.
Howard's asking, who goes first, Angie or 10 bag? I think we'll say 10 bag on that one. That's for sure.
Fucking hell, that's a big bet, isn't it? I mean,
That is a big
when is
bet,
that
isn't it?
guy going to go? Buzz, when's this guy going to go?
You have to ask Jimbo, Sir Jimbo. That question.
Well, he's not on the stream. That's why I didn't
He's
ask
not on
him.
the stream. That's why we're asking you. How long is Ballbag got left?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. If it was up to me, he would have been gone after Brighton.
Well, I'll tell you something now. In a couple of weeks' time, we got the internationals coming up, haven't we? Right? And that gives a lot of time for the owners to think. During that time with that internationals, I can see at least one of these managers going, whether it's Ten Hag, O'Neill, or Floppy Lop. But actually, no, I don't think Floppy Lop is going anywhere because he's new at the job.
Yeah,
he's new at the job. He won't go anywhere. So, and Ange at Tottenham, he'll walk before he sacks that one. Be more my words.
Yeah. Evening, Steve. Yeah, he's saying that.
I'd agree with that.
How do we win that? At least Dick Turpin wore a mask. Yeah, we will. We'll take that all day long. Before we nearly finish, last question. AFC always. Tony in the panel recently noticed that when I hit the like button, you won't allow me to do it. Can anyone explain that to me?
No, it should do.
Don't know.
Because you're banned. You've been banned.
No idea.
You've been banned from the like button. That's what.
Well, press the dislike button. It still all counts, apparently, so I've been told. Press the dislike button.
Yeah.
And see
All you have to do, right, is if you're on the mobile, right, turn your phone upside down and then your dislike button turns into a like button.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anyway. If you hit like or dislike, it doesn't matter. It makes
No.
It's the
Yeah,
alcohol.
it still counts. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? It's true.
Counts as
Well,
an
That's why I
engaged
always
channel.
dislike on Jez's show. I know it'll still make a difference.
Yeah, we've already covered it, Aaron. Yeah, Arteta out, as he's saying there. Chat is asking. Happy birthday, Aaron. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday.
Throw me on the lineup for Wednesday. Sounds good, Lawrence. I'll get it out to you, mate. That'd be good to have you on. Good evening, gentlemen. Always been a show. Enjoy to see you guys. Good night to you all. Colin, good night to you, mate. Rest well.
All right, bro.
Yeah, mate.
Legend. Cheers, gentlemen. Happy birthday, Aaron. Howard, thanks
Don't
very much
hate me
again.
too much, Colin, when we beat you.
A1.
There you go. Aaron saying a happy birthday to him in there. And night, Colin Chilvers as well. So, Jez, you would like to shout yourself out, please, and what you've got coming up.
Yes, Arsenal history and more. Tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, I'll be on the weekly podcast with Lee, as the usual thing. Then Wednesday night, it might be Wednesday or Thursday, I'm not sure. When Kenny Ken for the weekly footy chat, and I might do tomorrow night a match review of the game, the Arsenal game today. So we'll see.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for coming on as always.
Pleasure, always.
Anthony, what you got coming up as well? What you be going to be? Take care, Henry.
What have we got coming up? Right, so on Tuesday, I'm on Football Dad's Army with Lee. On Tuesdays, Wednesday, we got the Good, the Bad, the Ugly show. And then obviously Thursday, I'm back on with Lee again on Football Dad's Army, where we do we look at the Fantasy Football League, we do score predictions, and we're just going to be basically talking about the Arsenal, basically. And that's that. And then back on here the following Sunday. Apart from that, I haven't got anything else coming up, unless Jez offers me one of his blue pills. But that's it.
You still got your Arsenal journey to do.
He's desperate, so you need to do your Arsenal journey.
He conned me off. I was supposed to be on that Monday night. He had Darren Sullivan on there.
No, you said you had 4 things on that week.
Here we go, domestic.
You
I
didn't
put it on your chat. I said, Jez, I'm free Monday if you want to do it. And then Monday night, you had Darren Sullivan on there.
No, I sent you the thing to say, when can you do it? And you
Monday.
said 4 things coming up. I don't know when. And I said, well, okay, I'll wait. And you didn't come back to me. Then you came back to me and said, yes, I'm up for doing my Arsenal journey. I went, yeah, okay.
On Monday. I put it in the chat as well when you was live on your show.
You're a disgrace, Anthony.
No good doing that, mate. I sent you on Instagram.
The fuck are we doing here, man? Come on, Anthony.
No good that.
Get your head out your ass.
Jeez, that's hard work. Something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it, Jez? You just can't.
Welcome to another episode. The Truth Is Out There, featuring a new panelist, Anthony Herbert, with Yeti and Jez. Fuzzy, what you got coming up, and where can people find you?
Well,
I'll be the chain smoker.
Well, I've got another.
I'm coming down past your way on December the 2nd. Down your way. I'm coming down past you. So
try and hand deliver the mug.
Make sure you avoid him, Anthony. At all costs.
I'm going to drive past your bloody house, right? Drive past your house. I'm going to take a detour and throw the fucking mug at your front door.
I'll finally deliver that mug. Maybe not in one piece.
There you go, Jez. Whereas Herbert said, get Anthony to do his Bristol Rovers journey.
You can fuck off. You can fuck off. I draw a line on
that. Yeah. For me and my channel, we've got another serving of a consultation session for Wednesday, or I think it's Wednesday or something like that, when we play Leicester in the Cup. So all fun and games when we so it is on the Wednesday. play Leicester. So that's the end of our cup journey. And then Chelsea after that. Fun and games. We'll probably have the preview for that Leicester game on the Monday or the Tuesday. And then, of course, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Got to find a scary mask. If not, then I'll just use my ugly mug as it is.
Halloween special. Halloween special.
I say you don't need one, bro.
Yeah, it's
I got
Halloween.
Yeti here. I got Yeti here. What Yeti?
That's getting an obsession, mate. I'm getting worried about that.
Just as a legend.
Big ups to Mama Floss for the channel plug as well.
Yeah. I reckon she quietly watches Yeti shoes without me knowing. That's why she buys them.
I think everybody
got
does.
the Halloween ones, you got the Christmas ones. Bloody hell. You're everywhere, Yeti. You getting paid for this?
Yeah, mate.
Huh?
I've got a big halo above my head, which is bullshit. But
yeah. Make sure you select to the, Lexington, Kentucky. Make sure you send it to the right one. What have you got coming up, and where can people find you?
Well, what I've got coming up is I've got a mug for Anthony. If you just let me know what your address is, I'll send it to you. And it just says you're a massive fucking prick. And there's also one going to Jez as well that says he's a massive prick. And everybody else on this channel. But big up. Thank you for having me on the takeaway again. I appreciate it. Forest are fucking awesome at the minute, and I'm loving every fucking minute of it. And you lot are gonna cry when we get to play you. And hopefully, if we can, Tom, we can do like a preview stream in the week. I've got Silent Hill 2 as well, remake coming up. I've got to finish that off for my review. And then obviously the watch along Forest against West Ham, which if you can be on it, Tom, then we'll do that one together if you want.
No problem at all. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, yeah, Jetty's Cave. So get over there, talk shit as always, and don't care, really.
And to everyone in the chat, thanks for hanging around with us and that. And as you know, always do the usual. Hit the like button, share and subscribe to all the content creators that's on the panel. And it's been an interesting one today. And look forward to the new show with Yeti and Jez. You know, the truth is out there. Every day, each week, it's going to be a good show for these two. You know?
I think what I should call it is a long-haired ball bag and the bell end.
Yeah, good. I like that. That's cool. I like it.
When's the weakest prick happening?
I don't think that's happening, mate. I don't think that's happening.
He needs Viagra. You know what I mean?
Bro, I can get hard whenever I need to. But yeah, anyway.
And on the last comment there, great one from, as always, come in your irons. And we would like to say thanks for hanging around with us. And we are out. So see you next time. Take care.
Come on, you idiots. Come on, you idiots.
New London, brother.